So it's official. Berachain has shipped its mainnet and it has shipped its Bera token. Here's everything I've researched over the last 2 days as a late bloomer into the Berachain ecosystem that I'm giving to you in a video to hopefully help you out in navigating. First thing first, take a look at the Airdrop Checker on Berachain. You can paste in your wallet. You can connect your wallet. You may have a bunch of money just waiting to fall on your forehead. We have some tweets coming out. This one's from Nix.off. He said he got 5,500 tokens for doing some stuff personally, as well as 9,300 tokens for his project Cave, which is building in Berachain. With the current price around $8, you're looking at a 5-figure airdrop, right? $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. So quite meaningful. Also, be careful of scams. There's a bunch of fake sites and stuff out there. So just use the official links that you see in my video or that you catch on Twitter. Also, I just want to shout out, this Berachain chart is super bullish. Normally when these L1s or L2s ship their token, you have a nice rally up and then a very violent fall off. And with Berachain, sure, we went from $15 per token down to what, 8.3, but that's nothing. And it just is such a show of confidence that the Berachain community is holding. Because I don't know about you, but if I saw $30,000 in my wallet, it'd be hard not to go ahead and instant sell that airdrop. So, interesting. Okay, so if you're too late for the airdrop, like me, I think what you could do is you could look at the NFT collections that are live already in the Berachain ecosystem, or some that are minting right now. So Kingdomly is the NFT destination within Berachain. So you can see all the kind of blue chip tier 1 NFTs up here at the top. Each of these got just ridiculous airdrops from Bera. 3-4x what their floor price is. Super, super cool. But then you also have some other ones underneath. I ended up flying through and scooping up a HoneyJar just yesterday for that same purpose I'm telling you about. So it allows you to get whitelisted to a bunch of projects in Berachain. It gives you perks, sometimes airdrops itself, as well as private access to a bunch of community channels. So you can kind of get the inside scoop on what's actually happening in Bera. Now, there are a couple mints that are happening right now. There's a few more that are coming up in the future. We'll jam on these here in just a moment. Now, a bit of strategy when it comes to these NFTs. I think one thing you may want to think about is oftentimes when these airdrops happen, there's a huge buy pre-airdrop because people want to be qualified to get it. But then after they get the airdrop, they dump the NFT. And then the NFTs can kind of be undersold. And so I think that likely is the case for Honeycomb. And if you take a look at some of these tier 1 NFTs, I'd be curious if the same is happening for. Now, I do have a couple of Twitter threads pulled up here. I'll link these people in the description of the video so you can follow through for the actual really, really good alpha. But this is from Wajahat Mughal, who's given some, predictions on the Bera token price, and he was not far off. So he said at 5 billion FDV, it'd be around $10, and at 4 billion, it's at 8. So, dude knew what he's talking about. I also just hopped off a space that he was on. He was sharing a bunch of alpha about how to play the next couple weeks of Berachain. So definitely give him a follow. We got Max Long here sharing his first 2-week strategy. He talks about the Goldie TGE, the Yeet TGE, minting Bullas, as well as THC. These are 2 new mints that went live on Berachain today. THC has already happened. It minted out. You can buy it on secondary. Bullas is happening right now. It is not quite minted out, but it likely will. So you'll be looking at secondary. Now, the first day of these things is going to be pretty violent, though, so you may be able to scoop in. And I do know for a fact that Bullas has mentioned that there is a token airdrop set aside for owners of NFT. So something to keep an eye on. So next up, we got one from OXX Beacon. So OXX Beacon said their strategy for the first week. So check out NFTs. We covered that. They also linked Kodiak.fi as well as MemeSwap.fi, which are meme coin launch pads. I haven't been that active on these because I kind of get wrecked when I trade meme coins, but you can if you want to. They also mentioned Ramen Finance, which is like a initial token listing platform. Hinlo and Ooga Booga, both coming out in the next couple weeks. I've heard a lot about both of these in the Discord communities in Berachain. I think it's something to keep an eye on. He shared a few Telegram bots, which I have not had a chance to take a look at. He mentioned a few mints that we've already covered. And at the end, he called out a couple AI applications, which might be pretty cool. I know AI has cooled off a little bit, but still. Now, I want to give a special shout out here to Daily Airdrop 3, SJ, with this alpha. So they're saying maybe the big brain thing is to just focus on supporting the projects that have successfully been approved by Berachain for a Bera token allocation. Because if you look at the details of it, the eligibility is that 70% of those Bera tokens are used to reward mainnet users, not testnet mainnet users, as well as liquidity incentives. So just by supporting all of these apps, you can likely get your hands on some sweet Bera. So take a look at that. Another one I want to shout out here is Beraland. So Beraland was one of the first sites I popped into in researching Berachain. It's kind of like a wiki. It's just information really on all the different stuff that's happening in Berachain. Talks to you about how to bridge, NFTs, how the tech behind it works, all that stuff. One thing that they have in particular I thought was interesting is you can drop in your wallet address and it'll scan to see if you have any qualifying airdrops within the Berachain ecosystem. Super handy. Now we touched on Ramen Finance. So they are not live yet. They're still on testnet, but they are shipping like literally any day now. And these are just a handful of the tokens that they'll be shipping. So they got Hinlo, IVX, what did I say? IVX, Ramen, Ooga Booga, Yeet. I've heard about all of these within these Discord chats. I think those are certainly ones to pop open their Twitter, click through their Discord, look at their announcements, and see what cool stuff they got going on. Water break. Hold on. Almost better. Another one is Apiology DAO. So this is set up by the folks over at HoneyJar. If you didn't know, HoneyJar is a venture studio that's building Honeycomb. That NFT I mentioned earlier that I purchased, it gave me access to community channels within the HoneyJar. They also give you whitelists. They also give you token airdrops for dApps that they incubate. So it's super sweet. Anyhow, another project of theirs is Apiology DAO. So this is the DAO at the heart of Berachain. And the way I understand it is you need to go out and you need to purchase a series of 6 Honeycomb NFTs, generation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And once you own all 6, you will be given access to the Apiology DAO. And, you know, being in the DAOs that are so tight to like driving the future of these chains, it typically puts you at a privileged position for information, as well as network. So that can really pay off. So I would certainly take a look at that. Another one here, this is big brain stuff, but if you look at Ursadom Labs, this is a kind of a lab group. So they help startups on Berachain launch, solve product issues, tech issues, help with introductions, maybe help with capital or grants. One, if you're a project building, take a look at them. But 2, if you're just a regular dummy like me, I like to click through to see who they're following and then click open to some of these links to see if I can find something that other folks haven't quite discovered yet and get in early on the alpha. So one of them is Bear Heads. Don't know nothing about Bear Heads. Looks like an NFT collection, but still keep an eye out. Another NFT collection, which has been very, very hot in kind of the NFT mint chatter realm, KOL influencer realm in Web3, is Mibera Maker. So it's a play on My Lady, but for Berachain. Whitelists are very difficult to get by, my understanding. Another one, this one was called out by Crypto Gorilla on a video. So BM2C, I have no idea what it is. He didn't have any idea what it is, but they keep posting. They're hiring for an e-girl, for psyoping. Crazy. Keep an eye out. I do want to give a shout out. So this is for Potter Plays 1. So this was the first thread that I read getting up and running on Berachain. They go ahead and they talk through the different tokens, how they interact with each other, some of the different applications that you can explore. We talked about HoneyJar and the multiple NFTs. This is that right there. They tagged a bunch of projects that you should take a look at, NFTs you should take a look at. I'll have this thread in the description of the video as well. Madhoney.fi may be one to keep an eye on. I believe I had this one earmarked because, so we talked about Bera token allocations for project builders and how they have to use that to incentivize early users on the mainnet. That includes Madhoney.fi. So they have a tweet right there saying that they'll have some of those rewards available for those early users. This is Ben Mac off. So his kind of first couple weeks strategy is NFT mints, token launches on Ramen Finance, including Yeet. We'll cover Yeet here in a minute. Meme coins. I didn't really touch that, but I think there's still something interesting there. Likely if you like that type of stuff. Honeycast. So this was an NFT collection that minted out day one. Literally the first NFT collection on Berachain. I think that minted out day one. So that's tied to a podcast, I believe, which has been operating for dozens and dozens of episodes. So shout out to them. Now another one is Bullas. So Bullas is minting literally right now. It looks like it may somehow eke into the public sale. But I think this is another one that would be very, very keen to keep an eye on. Another difficult whitelist to get, to add to the lists of whitelists that are difficult to get, is Steady Teddies. So Steady Teddies is an NFT collection that I've seen mentioned from some of the higher up folks in Berachain. That they follow them, they chat about the project. So take with that as you will. Beraland we covered already. That's the project that allows you to kind of explore the Berachain ecosystem with ease. Yeet. Okay. So this is one of those tokens that's going to be launching on Ramen Finance next few days. You can buy it on the public sale and then hopefully get in at a better price than other people, right? That's always nice. Alternatively, you can look at their NFT collection, which currently has a floor of 0.175. I was just on a Twitter space and they were talking about the token allocations and maybe how you could play this. So from their white paper, they're showing a 20% token allocation for 1 billion tokens reserved for their NFT owners. 25% of which is unlocked at TGE with a 3-month linear vest. So it may be advantageous to scoop up an NFT to snag your portion of that airdrop. Or you can go ahead and just buy the token direct with no vesting schedule straight on Ramen Finance here in the next couple days. But there you go. So let's do a quick recap. So the token itself. So if you are long on Berachain, what you could probably do is go to your favorite exchange, set up a daily cost average where you buy it once a week for the same amount of money for 2 years and you forget about it. And I think you'd be pretty happy with that decision. I think if you want to play the long short game, with all the Bera that's being given out to these dApps to incentivize users to use it, that's a lot of downward sell pressure on Bera. And then you'll probably have some early team token unlocks in like month 3 to 6. So maybe like the near term is down, but again, I think if you look long term, you'll be all right. So if you're late to the party, like I am, I think another thing you could do is look at the NFT collections. So if you can afford it, tier 1, you'd be a very, very select group if you could. Alternatively, I scooped up a honeycomb. You could also look at those honey jars that I mentioned earlier. You could purchase Honeycast, which minted out today. You could look at Bullas, which is also minting today. And those oftentimes give you additional whitelist access, additional token airdrop allocations, and perks to use things within the Berachain ecosystem. But I'm losing my voice, guys. We talked a lot about Berachain. Let me know what you think. Hit me in the comments. What's your favorite Berachain application? What did I not cover? What am I missing? You want to swing through to my Discord to jam on Berachain? Come on through. Would love to chat. Would love to share what I'm thinking and learn what you're thinking and trying to navigate it. So anyhow, that's it. Enjoy the video. Hope you have a great day. Peace.